It hasn't been lost on me that the technology that I'm advocating for myself when I'm riding an e-bike or a cargo bike wasn't available for my kids who are riding on the same bikes. Well, today that changes with the new Ozmo Sidekick. That's this little helmet right here that my son is wearing. It is NTA 876 approved, and it has a lot of cool safety features. So I'm gonna ride home, get him down for a nap, get into the workshop, and tell you about why I'm so excited for these new kids' bike helmets as a mom and as somebody that is really focused on getting more families on bikes safely. Enter the Ozmo Sidekick, the first helmet designed for toddlers and up with the NTA 8776 rating, which is launching today on Kickstarter if you're watching this video on March 11th. My own kids, aging from 2 to 10, have been using these helmets for the last few weeks, and I want to dig into why the Sidekick helmet is so important to me, the key features you should know about, and a little bit about the people behind the brand to help you decide if these are the kids' bike helmets for you. Quick disclaimer, it's worth noting that I've backed these helmets, and I was an early backer when they were trying to get commitment from consumers. I haven't been paid for this coverage, but these helmets have been loaned before the production ones are available. Let's dive into the key details I think you should know about the Ozmo Sidekick Kids helmets. I don't know about you, but I'm typically cruising on my cargo bike between 15 to 18 miles per hour with my kids on board. And they're easily hitting that on our bike paths around town. The NTA 8776 rating, this helmet is tested for higher speeds, 28 miles per hour versus the standard 14 mile per hour. Now, if that rating doesn't matter to you because you don't picture yourself going that fast or you don't put them on a cargo bike, let's talk about just the cool features for a general kids bike helmet. It has more protection coverage. This helmet has 10% more impact tested coverage on the back of the head and the temples. So it sits nice and low on their head and giving you more protection. And for me, I love how deep it sits on my kid's head in case they fall at a weird angle. A helmet is only as good as the foam wrapped around your head. The Sidekick has this shock-absorbing layer between the shell and foam, preventing cracks if your kids drop them on the ground or your toddler tosses them out of anger. These are going to retail for $99.99, so I'm going to call it $100. If you're watching this at the launch of their Kickstarter, you can also get some great early bird pricing over there. There's 2 sizes at launch, an extra small, which is a 45 to 49 centimeter. This is going to be a true toddler helmet, and then an extra small, 49 to 53 centimeter, that fits a 3-year-old up to my 10-year-old, which is pretty cool. Will my kid willingly wear it, and can they put it on correctly by themselves? When talking to fellow parents, this is probably the number one question. Doesn't matter how safe the helmet is, if it doesn't fit the kid's head right, and if the kid can't put it on right. So the Sidekick has a few features going for it to help. First is a magnetic buckle for kids to snap it closed or open it all on their own. It also allows that strap to be comfortably snug and not too loose. There's a large dial on the back for their fingers to easily turn, even down to a 2.5-year-old was able to use this for me. The strap dividers have a lock, which they're calling the Stay Put divider. So the straps will stay exactly where they need to be, directly under their earlobes. Then on the back is something called a ponytail port, allowing somebody with long hair to pull their hair through, so you're not getting your ponytail or your bun in the way. And I also love how the actual fit system in this helmet works. It can slide up and down in the back to get that right fit on the back knot of their head. And there's also adjustments in the front so it can grow with the kid and you get a little bit more room out of the helmet before you have to upgrade. For comfort, there's a bug net already built in, and there's some great accessories. My son is really excited about the cold weather kit because it has a built-in liner and then these ear muffs that kind of click into place and then the straps slide through them. I really love this because when you add any sort of beanie or hat under the helmet that's not designed for it, it actually makes the helmet kind of not work if you crash because it's just going to slide around on that beanie. And another cool feature is the flip shield for eye protection. So it snaps in and you just flip it out of the way to put the helmet on, or if the kids don't want it. But for me, eye protection is so overlooked for kids biking, especially for people that ride them on the front of their cargo bike and they're exposed to all the elements or bugs flying in their face. Something I was really impressed with is that with all those features and the testing standards, the helmet still has great ventilation, and that typically doesn't happen even with adult helmets with this much tech. Who is Ozmo? So I do my best to vet companies before talking about their products, and some of the industry's best are building Ozmo. There's two founders, Kenneth and Casey. Kenneth worked for Burn designing sweet-looking city bike helmets and some of the first e-bike specific helmets like the Burn Hudson. Casey worked as an engineer in the Virginia Tech helmet testing lab and then created many different types of impact protection products, not just bike helmets. So these things really stood out to me as I've talked to them. They're looking at it from a lot of different angles, bringing a lot of know-how to this niche kids bike market. What's also really exciting about their Kickstarter is that their product design phase is done. This helmet in my hands is basically the finished product. So if you do back them on Kickstarter, Ozmo hopes to have helmets in people's hands by the summer. So let's talk about who I think should buy it if you're not fully on board as I am. If your kids ride on your bike, even if it's not a cargo bike, I really suggest looking at this helmet. If they ride in a kid's seat, the back is nice and flat and isn't going to be pushing their head forward. And my guess is you're probably riding above the 14 mile per hour speed. And secondly, if you fall into the category of me, which is I just want the best safety protection for my kids possible, especially when it's me choosing to put them on a bike. The increased coverage, the damage defense, NTA 8776 testing, and the option to add in that cold weather or eye protection without interfering with helmet design and fit are all huge things. And I'm really impressed that they were able to squeeze that into a $100 helmet. Competing helmets like this for adults are more in that $140, $150 range. For $100, I eagerly backed these helmets to give my kids the best I can for something I hope they never need. When they told me what they were working on, I told them, let me know how I can help, because this market that I'm hoping to grow, the family bike market, needs your product. Hopefully, I covered all your questions. If not, let me know in the comments. And until next time, thank you so much for watching. Stay well, stay good, and remember to bike more and worry less.